come over here. Hey, gas monkey, how about cleaning that damn windshield and check the air in them tires, woman?
Do it yourself.
Damn gas monkey.
Do it yourself.
Damn gas monkey.
Archie Clunker. Almost done.
Okay. Come on, woman, get on. All right, if we can figure out how to get into the traffic. Well, we're at Hartselle, Alabama, Hartselle. And I told the little gas monkey this morning, I said, you want to go get you some seafood? And oh, she was all excited about going to get some seafood. So here we are. Had to stop and get gas. I don't know, every time I plan up to go somewhere, I've usually only got about a gallon of gas left. We're about 60 miles from home at this point here. I was glad I made it to Hartselle. Oh man, gosh, we got such great memories of this place here. I think we have probably eaten at every place here, down through here. I know we've eaten at almost everywhere in Decatur. Anyhow, I told the gas monkey, get on, shut up, and hang on. You know what it's like when you got a woman on the back there. If you don't take charge there, you be stopping at all them flea markets, and you'll be, this is Friday, all the yard sales, and I need to get a new purse, and just, the list goes on and on and on. But anyhow, oh, what an uneventful ride. I think when we left the house, it was probably 79, close to almost 80. And now it's 81 degrees here in Hartselle. 81, yeah, it shows 81 degrees. And it's going to get, I think it's going to get it might get a little cooler down on the river. We're going over on the Tennessee River. And there's a place, I have such fun memories of going there. It's a really good seafood place. Oh, this little old dog right here. I mean, that's what a well-behaved animal. It never barked once. It loved the Harley, and but I didn't gun the motor or nothing around it because, why make the little dog scared? It seemed like it's quite sociable. It just kept looking over there and loving it. Well, occasionally I have to point out things for my rider. She's been in these areas before, but been a long time ago. And you couldn't even have picked a better day. Blue sky. Well, you can see we got a little bit of a popcorn sky, and we've had deaths in Alabama. We've had, I think, Wednesday night, they were saying there was like 3 or 4 tornadoes on the ground just north of me. It tore up. I think it even hit the Huntsville Hospital, from what they were saying on the news. It tore up a lot of people's homes, and we're very fortunate. We were on the wind side of it as it scooted past us. Going up there to Huntsville, it was within 6 miles of us as it slid by us. But it's like a hand grenade. Unless it hit you, you could dodge it. It dodged us. So I'm really saddened by those people that lost everything. But this is the price you pay when you live in God's country. We get 300 days a year of sunshine. We usually get 1 or 2 days when it freezes, and the rest of the time it's just blue sky, so nice of weather. Oh sure, to break up the monotony of the pretty weather, our God, our Heavenly Father, has decided to give us some tornadoes down here just to keep the people. You know, if you notice in a southern, I tell you, Ray Gregory over there, he rides a lot, and he can tell you every little old southern town's got 12 churches in it. And every one of them, every little town, all the way down to the tip of Florida, they've got a minimum of 12 churches. And the reason that is, there's so many tornadoes and hurricanes. What happens there, you can be drinking beer, beating your woman, kick your dog, and lying and cheating and doing all that stuff. Let that doggone tornado slide up on you there and tear your trailer house up, or your little utility building something. Next thing you know, you're up there at the altar on your prayer bones asking for forgiveness. And when the tornado slides on over into another county, you run on up there to the county line, get you a 6-pack to get back home, and say, thank you, Lord, for sparing us. Whoo, pop me a top on another one. That's life in the South. They call it the Bible Belt because nobody would ever have an excuse, I never got a chance to go to church. I mean, there's a church on every corner. Anyhow, I've seen this place right here. This is what they call Flint, Alabama. I've seen water all the way up to the road right here. There's water right down there. I didn't turn my head to look at it, but there's water all along the side of the road here when there's really heavy flooding in this area. June of 1997. This was all underwater. Water run across the road right here. Water. This is in Flint, Alabama. And of course you got all these tributaries that feeds into the Tennessee River. And so you're going to get some flooding up here, you know. You talking about catfishing. When I used to take my vacation, I lived in Seattle. And every September I'd take my vacation. I come down right here. See, I was pointing out this road right here, where I'm pointing at right now. My brother's house was right down this road. He lived there for 50 years, right down this road right here. That goes down there to his street, just down off the hill there. And we used to come back here, and he had an old boat, and his little boy was a young boy. In fact, my sister-in-law, Joan, her brother was our bait boy. He turned out to be a very successful, prominent businessman. I won't mention his name, but he's very famous. But he used to make catfish balls for us. He'd mix up all them old stinky catfish balls and bait the trot line. And in fact, when we'd go out, sometimes they'd have 20 or 30 Clorox jugs with about a 10-foot line on it, with a ball of that catfish bait, and we'd just go up the slough there, right there in Flint, go up one of them sloughs and drop out the Clorox jugs, and later that afternoon we'd go back up there and they would be 20 or 30 big old channel cats, mud cats, you know, just some fine eating, I'm gonna tell you. And yep, they'd be on the jug. You see the old Clorox jug would be bouncing up and down. So anyhow, oh gosh, we've done that. One time we was up the slough, and one of them old southern storms come rolling in, even though it was September. You know, still in the middle of the hurricane season. Every time there's a hurricane, it always spins up some of those little old tornadoes. in areas, winds off the side of the hurricane there. And we were out in the middle of the slough, and the lightning started popping and snapping. So what we did is we kind of took our oars and beat the snakes back out of the trees that was hanging down. And they was some big ones too. I'm talking about big old water moccasins. Some of them things had mouths big enough that you could put your fist in. And anyhow, we knocked them into the water, and they didn't want to leave either. I mean, they didn't want to get struck by lightning. We got under them trees, and I'm telling you, the lightning was striking the trees behind us there. And it was pretty intense. My brother had just got home from Vietnam. He was partly shell-shocked at this point, so he didn't, the little lightning and thunder didn't bother him any. Oh, man. Anyhow, we caught so much fish, and we dressed them all out and put them in the freezer, and yep, we did that every September. We'd come down and spend some time with the family, and we usually ended up going to Disney World down there in Orlando, and yep, we had ourselves a good time. And the South is all about good times. I ain't kidding you. I mean, there's some a negative side of living in the South would be like the heat, the stifling humidity. When I lived in Seattle for 40 years and I come sliding back to Alabama, I'd have to take 2 or 3 breaths to get enough air to live. But I adapted to it now. I can live underwater for a day and a half before I even have to take a breath. I mean, humidity down here, there's not enough of words to describe humidity. Now, the only thing that will help with the humidity, there's two things. Sweet tea, that really helps a lot, or a good cold beer. Now, if you happen to go to a buddy's house and I got a buddy who lives up in Trinity. He's got the world's coldest beer. I ain't gonna mention no names, but oh Lord, it's like going to an oasis there. When he hands you a beer, it will stick to your hand. It's cold, I'm telling you. And I ain't gonna tell you what kind of beer he drank, but when he had popped the top on that can, it'd go boosh. Anyhow, okay, so that's one of the negative things is the stifling humidity. I think if you have any fear in your body, the fear of the lightning, you can be out there mowing your lawn and look out across your land over there and watch lightning strike a tree. You go, whoa, that's close. I mean, if you got a brain in your head, if you're out golfing or mowing your lawn, get yourself back to the house or seek shelter. I mean, you can't not imagine how many crazy people die here from lightning strikes. Then that brings up item number 3. The copper-headed rattle moccasin. I mean, there's a snake that every one of them is even meaner than the other. I mean, they compete. Snakes compete to see which one can be the meanest. Like if you get down to Florida, they have the ultimate mean snake. I mean, he's not vicious. He don't attack or sneak attack or nothing like that. But when he bites you, you just die, curl up, and die like that worm in that senator, or politician that was up in his brain, eating his brain there. That's what happens. Oh man. Anyhow, yep. Snake bites, and then I'm going to just tell you this. This morning, I'm getting ready to go for our ride. And what crawls at the bottom of my tub, I'm standing there taking a shower. When I was rinsing the soap out of my eyes, I was doing my hair, there was a 3-inch long centipede. Now, I don't know if you folks up in the north, around up in that area, ever run across one of our centipedes, but they'll bite you and you stay bit all day long. In fact, you'll wind to the middle of next week. And you just don't want to. You don't want them to bite you when you're in the shower, because I don't think they have good eyesight, and they don't even care where they bite. They just, they just bite. And of course, I'm where I'm sitting right here, right now. I would not be dumb enough to run my hand under my desk, because chances are there's 8 to 10 brown recluse spiders under there. I can't even say the word. They live under there. You can't hide from them. They're here. This is a southern thing. They bite you. You just are so sick. You have a sore that is so big, and it's a painful. So you go outside. You survive the snakes and the spiders, and then they have what they call the predator bug. He's about 2 inches long, prehistoric-looking creature, hangs on the side of the tree. When he bites you, he has the potency of 10 hornets, and they say the pain lasts 10 days. So, that's some of the negative parts: the snakes, the spiders, the predator bugs, and then let's say you want the peace and quiet. Every year we do have cicadas. Now they're talking about some kind of a big, epidemic of cicadas coming this year. 17-year cicadas coming out with the other cicadas. And they're going to be 1 trillion cicadas. And one cicada can be heard a half mile away. And if you get 4,000 or 5,000 of them singing at one time, if you're sitting on your back porch trying to enjoy, let's say, a Long Island iced tea or just a glass of iced tea, you have to talk real. There comes my train into the station. You have to talk really loud to get over the cicadas, and they go on and on and on. Now, some of the beautiful things about the South at night, life begins as soon as it gets dark here. You've got every animal out there that makes noise. The gators makes noise. The cats, the big cats, make noise. We're talking about like the bobcats and various other cats that live in the bluffs and stuff, there's a whole entire ecosystem that takes place at night, and it's loud. And you have down here, starting in about March every year, March till June, we have a thing called the Chuck Will Widow, and he sings to you all night long. He's got a 4 musical note whistle, and it says Chuck Will's Widow. But it's beautiful though. You hear him, and on a really bad night they'll seek shelter, but they live in the pine trees. They're a fairly large bird, and they got big red eyes because they're night hunters, and to me they're just beautiful. But anyhow, I think I'll say anyhow a whole lot of time. I'm like Ray Gregory over there. I have to start correcting myself more often. I quote Ray Gregory because he's sort of my idol. That old boy, he rides. I watched him this morning taking a ride down to Panama City. Now, we live here in Alabama, and it's just a little ride down to Panama City for us. Now, what we're going to do in June, we're going to ride over to Helen, Georgia, and all up through the Smoky Mountains. We're going to go up to Cherokee, go up through the South Carolina, up through there, and probably come back out of Knoxville down to Chattanooga, and back on 72 highway back into Huntsville. That's what our plans are, and what a ride that's going to be. It's going to be great. I used to make long, spectacular rides when I was young. A friend of mine, he said, let's ride to Midland, Texas. And I go, what's in Midland, Texas? He said, "Man, you ain't eat." Well, back in them days, you was always looking for a woman. They had the best women in Texas. They had that Pearl beer and Long Star beer and Pretty Women. And we were on a 500cc matchless single cylinder, and we got over there to Longview, Texas, and that's only about, I think Longview's 500 miles from here or something like that. And we saw this wall of black up there. We know the storm is going to be really, really heavy. We couldn't find an overpass, so we just got over in the bar ditch and laid the bikes over and got under, and the hail the size of golf balls was hitting everywhere. I'm telling you, every part of your body that was exposed got hit. It was an exciting moment. We used to have to stop every so often and let that old 500cc matchless cool off. We worked it hard. We run that thing hard. We ran it into the dirt. Hey, we're going to turn right here. This is where I promised my little gas monkey back on the back. She's hanging on for dear life. Her eyes all bulged out of her head. I got her on a leash. And, this is where I promised her this is one of the best restaurants. It's seafood. It's popular. You got all these boaters that come in here. These folks, they got some money now. They ain't like poor folks like us. Them people's got some money. And you can see, all these boats. You take a 300, 400 horsepower Mercury engine. You're talking about $20,000 for an engine. They're real expensive. You get up around the 600 horsepower in an outboard, and you're talking about big money. Well, these people right here, they don't hesitate to spend that kind of money. What they want to do is go 176 miles per hour on water to get to the next bass hole. Yeah, you got to go to the bass hole, and the only way to get there is fast. And you have to buckle your seat belts on and turn the wick up on that thing, hit that loud pedal and get on up the lake. This ain't no lake, this is the Tennessee River. And let me tell you now, don't be disappointed, you fine folks that live in the Northwest and out there, all them beautiful places there where you got the blue water and all that stuff. Our water is muddy. It's brown. You got to keep in mind, in the last 3 or 4 days, we've had 5 or 6 inches of rain. People lost their lives. Tornadoes damaged a lot of things, but it dropped a lot of water. And it's, the wind is blowing gusts of 30 right now. Small craft warning, all that kind of stuff. So when coming up on the freeway there, it was rock and roll time. You were running along about 80 miles per hour in one lane. Next thing you know, you're in another lane. But anyhow, so here we're approaching this. I see one thing. There ain't nobody here. Oh, that just makes me real nervous when I pull up in the parking lot and I don't see nobody here. I showed her the menu this morning. I know there's still a business. It's looking. Oh, I see a sign in the door. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my! I'm gonna send the little gas monkey over there. She'll go over and check it out. Maybe I can't imagine this. This is a Friday. Anyhow, while she's checking it out, I'm gonna walk down here, and the wind's blowing. You see the little waves up off the Tennessee River, but you think that slows them fishing people down? Oh no, they that to them, that's just some fine fishing. Yeah, oh my gosh, I last time I was here, I sat out there. There's in front of the cafe. There's a nice, like a veranda out there overlooking the river. Oh, I drank just one too many Long Island iced tea. Thank God I had somebody driving. I didn't have to drive home. I don't think you can overdo it on Long Island iced tea, but I don't think it's that's good to drink that much of it, but that was then and this is now. So you did a lot of things when you was young that, well, it catches up with you as you get older. Here come some boys in here. I don't know if they're going to pull in or not, but, well, looks like, well, Angelique is, she's already yelling at me that she didn't want to go any further because, see, there's no railing out there. And I'm an old man. I'm an old guy, and I wanted to go all the way to the end. She said, I'm getting out of here. And she's getting on out of here. But yeah, they got some fishing. I just asked that guy, and he said he's telling me about his fishing there. And fishing is, he said it was good. So I think they're getting ready. Yeah, they're gonna take their boat out. They can back down in there and get their boat out of there. And oh yeah, you can see there's a black cloud over there. A lot of people getting off the water because some of them those clouds start bunching up together, and then all of a sudden some evil lightning forms in them, and what it does, storms are really funny. Storms looks for trailer houses to blow over, and the lightning looks for boaters, them and them crazy golfers. If you're in a golf cart, you're fair game. That's what they call ground zero for a lightning golf cart. Because I mean, every golfer out there gets so mad because God has sent a storm upon them. The first thing to do is they raise their golf club up in the air and start screaming, "God, why did you do this?" Then the lightning strikes them. They fry like a like burnt toast. Here come a guy. I'm going to ask him if he'd done any good and everything. He's moving along pretty good. Hey, what's up, brother? Yep, he said they caught some fish. So everybody's happy today. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like it, share it, pass it around. It's for free. It don't cost anybody nothing. I don't monetize nothing. I pay for everything, and if the law would allow it, I'd give everybody $10 just to watch my videos. I'm just that kind of guy. Oh, sure, I'd stoop low enough. I'd hire you to sit down and watch one of my videos. I even give you some popcorn, maybe even fry up a young possum in the skillet there and make some gravy or something. Anyhow, God bless you. I'm going to try to hobble my old butt back over there and find out how come my favorite restaurant is closed. It's I got a bad feeling. I don't think I've been up here since the COVID, so I know it wasn't a COVID closure. This place is so popular, you have to have reservations to get in, but we're not smart enough to call them this morning. Well, all we did is looked at the menu and decided to come. 140-mile ride. Yeah, round trip. That's 140 miles up here, round trip, just to get a shrimp basket. Or I was going to have the blackened fish. I like that blackened fish. Well, let me say, God bless you. Thank you very much for indulging me in this little video here.